Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Dana, and today we're going to focus on our inner thighs, outer thighs, glutes, our legs, of course the core as well. You know this is my favorite kind of workout, so let's start on our backs today. We'll start with our knees bent and our feet flat. Shoulders draw down the back, head rests on the mat, palms softly press down. Take a big inhale in and exhale out the mouth. 2 more. Breathing in, filling up your abdomen. Exhale out, letting it go. So just finding that expansive 3-dimensional breath. One more time, breathing in. Fill up all the areas that don't want to fill up, and then exhale out the mouth. Good. Finding the core, doing a little tuck of the tailbone so that your lower back imprints into the mat, and then release pelvis to neutral, keeping the core connected. One more time. So the imprint of the lower back gives you some information, and then you're going to find your neutral curvature and then keep it there. Hug belly to spine. Soften the shoulders down the back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, draw your right knee into tabletop. Hug belly to spine. See if you can keep it there. And then draw your left knee up to meet it. Good. Hug belly to spine again. You're going to tap your right toes towards the end of your mat and then exhale up. And then left toes press into your palms. Feel the length from your tailbone all the way to the head. Breathing into these toe taps, warming up our low abs so we can really focus on our legs and our glutes. Feeling the support of our center. Good. 2. Inhale, exhale. Soften those shoulders. Last one, right side. Last one, left side. Good work. Squeeze your knees together. Ankles, big toes, inner knees. Squeeze so you feel those inner thighs active. Legs lever a few inches away from the body. Exhale, pull it in. Yes. And then again, inhale, exhale in. Don't let those shoulders do the work. Press into your palms. 4. Find your low abs. Find your inner thighs rather than your hip flexors. This is a bit tricky. Really squeezing the inner thighs together. Finding your low abdomen to pull the knees in. Last one. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. Let it go. Good. Bringing your feet back down to the mat. You're going to take an inhale. Wide pelvic bowl. Wide feet. So the big toes and the pinky toes are spreading apart. Inhale to prepare. Hug belly to spine. Now exhale. Listen carefully. You're going to hover the hips a few inches off the mat. No tucking of the tail. Wide sitting bones. Stay here. Squeeze your knees together. Open the knees, a little bit apart. Your feet stay grounded. Squeeze knees together. Open knees apart for 10. And so your hips are not moving. You're moving your legs, finding your core, and feeling those inner thighs, outer thighs start to activate. 5, breathe into this. A little movement through the ankle is going to give you some support. No lifting of your big toes. 2. Last one. Good. Bring the legs back to parallel. Lift the hips up and down. So just an inch. Push into your feet. Push into your feet. So you push when you come up. You push when you go down. 6. Breathe into it. Go slow without over squeezing the tush. That's pretty difficult. See if you can lift and lower the hips and stay really wide through those sitting bones. 2. Last one. Good. Lower the hips straight down. Take a breath. So unlike a lot of bridging where we tuck the tail and we roll up, in this bridge series, we're in neutral. So see if you can stay with that. Stay with me. One last thing. Inhale, wide sitting bones. Hug ribs together. Hug core. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, spreading those sitting bones apart. Make sure those feet are close enough to your butt. And then you're going to hinge the hips up. Hold it there again. Hug belly to spine. Without shifting your hips, so without dumping to one side, lift your right knee into tabletop. Hold it there. Spread the left foot apart. tap the hips down, hover off the mat for 10. And the same thing applies here. We're not squeezing the butt too much. We're seeing if we can find more core, more glutes. Good. So not over squeezing the tush, staying wide through the butt. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the foot down and then lower your hips down. Yeah. So what I mean by not over squeezing the butt is when we like really clench and into all the way into the anus, we get really tight. I want you to see if you can keep that wide. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hug belly to spine. Draw the shoulders down. Hover the hips a few inches off the mat. Press into the foot, hug belly to spine. Ground into that right foot. And then lift your left knee to tabletop without twisting in your hips. Lower down to tap and up for 10. 9, push and pull from the foot. And you can look down at your hips and make sure that they actually are parallel. Sometimes it's so impossible to feel. 4, 3, good work. 2, and 1. Lower the foot down, lower your hips down. Draw one knee at a time into the chest, give a squeeze, and then make a big circle in opposite directions so that the legs release. Stirring the knees in the hip socket, good, and then reverse. Breathing into this. Good. Hug the knees back into the chest, placing one foot at a time down. Here we go. Let's turn to our left side. Stacking yourself up. So if you have neck issues, shoulder issues, grab a brick or a book for your head or a pillow, and you can come resting your head. Or come with me, you're going to bring that left arm underneath your ear. Either way, we're going to lift up through those left ribs. You're going to hug the core around you. And you're going to notice that your butt's not overarched and your butt's not under tucked. So it's really somewhere in between. Find your core. Take your right hand to your right hip. Hug belly to spine. Good work. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting that right leg up. Gaze down. Make sure it's in parallel. Good, now you're ready. Lift the leg as high as it can go without twisting in your hips. Back to parallel hover and do it again. The foot is flexed for 9, keeping those left ribs lifted. Beautiful, hug belly to spine. Find your core, find your ribs. 4, good. Really squeeze the outer thigh as you lift up. And last one, you're going to bring it back down. Hold it here. Good. You're going to kick the wall behind you. You're going to lift the knee up and around, back to parallel hold. Kick up and around, back to parallel hold. Again, it's really easy to twist the hip as the leg goes back. Make it a little smaller if that's happening for you right now. And as we do this, we might get a larger and larger range. So we're trying to stir and warm up that hip socket. 2, good work. Hug belly to spine. Last one, reverse. Up and around and back forward. Beautiful. Keep breathing into your core, working your glutes, working your core. Soften the shoulders. For 3, flexing the foot. A lot to remember. Keep breathing, keep moving. And last one, you're going to bring that leg forward, release down, tap out your glute, open up the tissues. So truly actually give the tissue a little bit of movement. It's going to help you tap into it as we continue. Good. Take a breath. Make sure those hips are square, left ribs are lifted. Take an inhale. On your exhale, I want you to extend the right leg long, like you're standing on the wall. Hug belly to spine. Little internal rotation of that right leg. Flex the foot. Now lift straight up and straight down, reaching out your inner heel, creating length out the leg, finding that drop and glide here at the side of the leg, breathing for 5. Find the core. Soften the shoulders, soften your face, soften your eyebrows, your forehead, your jaw. All the places we love to hold on, let it go. 2. Last one, you're going to hold it here, point the toe, little circles the size of a watermelon. Breathing into it, hug center body. 3, 2, 1, reverse your circle, connect to your core, reach out the leg a little bit more, keep moving the leg without holding in the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, good work. You're gonna bend the knee, release it down. Take a breath, inhale, exhale. Good, you guys. Take an inhale, exhale, lift the leg up, extend it long. Now you're gonna flex the foot once again, hug core. You're gonna bend the knee as if you're sitting back in a chair. Breathe into that, extend the leg long. And again, hug belly, widen your sitting bone, extend long. We don't wanna round in the pelvis as the knee comes in. We wanna stay long through our glute. And this little series we'll continue to add on to. You might have done a few of these exercises with me in the last legs and glutes class, and that's great. We continue to practice movements over and over so we can get that movement into the joint and the activation into our muscles. Last one. Good. You're going to bend the knee. You're going to send the heel back to the wall behind you. You're going to hold it there. Hug belly to spine. Pulse, squeeze, release. So you're kicking the wall behind you without sending your ribs forward. Squeezing glute, release. Hug belly to spine, release. 5. You're going to feel this at the really low end of your glute. Good. Breathe. 2. And 1, release the leg down. Take a breath. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Good. Coming up to your hand, so your head rests in your hand. Connect to your belly once again. You're going to reach the leg long and hold. You can either bring the hand out in front of you or keep the hand on your hip. You decide. This time, you're going to bend the knee and you're going to slide it up the other knee towards you, and then you're going to shoot it out long. So you're going to lower down. You're going to bend the knee. You're going to slide it up the bottom leg, and then you're going to shoot it out long. For 8, lower the leg down, bend the knee, shoot it up and long. Breathe into it. Lower down, slide it up, extend it long. And you're going to start to feel this in the outer glute. Slide it up, extend it long. Breathing into that, long through the head. 2. Good, feeling that burn. Last one. Reach it up, hold, bigger circles this time, maybe the size of a tire, maybe a little smaller. Breathe into it, keep those hips square if you can. 3. Reach out the leg. 2. And 1. Reverse your circle. See if you can really extend out that leg so that it's not collapsing in the knee. Easy to do. 2. And 1. You're going to bend that right knee. Take your hand to your ankle or your pant leg. Tuck the tail under. Hug belly to spine. Soften the shoulder. Press the foot into your hand. Tuck the tail. Open up the front of the right hip. Breathe into your quad stretch. If this feels okay on the neck, stay here. Or you can come down and just stay with that stretch, pushing the foot into the hand, softening the shoulder. 1 more breath. Good work. Bending the knee. Last thing on this side, I promise. You're going to bend that right knee in front of you, and then you're going to lengthen the left leg long. So your knee is resting on the floor. Hips are still pretty square. Flexing that bottom left foot. Hand can either be on the head can be either be on the hand or all the way down. Take your pick. I'm going to come up. Hug belly to spine. Flex your left foot. Hug belly to spine even more. There you go. Reach out the inner thigh. You're going to bring it up to hold. Good. You're going to pulse up an inch, down an inch for 10. 9. Really squeeze the inner thighs together. Find your center. Really reaching out the inner heel. It's easy to sickle the foot. I don't want you to do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there for 10. Reach out the inner heel. Breathe. 6, 5. Beautiful. 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Lower the leg down. Good work. Extending both knees and extending your left arm out and your right arm out into a twist. Open up the chest. I think this feels really good after working our glute. If you want something a little extra, you're going to extend the right leg long and stay in the twist, reaching through the upper spine into a twist, reaching away through that right foot and maybe even gazing over to the right hand. Breathe into your twist. Good work. Let it go. One more breath. And then bending the knee if you have it long, pushing into your hands, coming up and around to the other side. Let's even out. Taking yourself down either if you had a brick or onto your hand like I did. So bringing yourself onto your sides, stacking up your hips, your knees, and your shoulders. Take a moment, make sure everything feels aligned. It's easy to be twisted in this position. Take a breath, left hand goes to your left hip, hug the core, right ribs are lifted. And then you're gonna take an inhale, make sure your butt's not extended or tucked. And then you lift the leg up, flex the left foot, look down, make sure that puppy's right in line, hug belly to spine, good. And then lift the leg up as high as it will go and then back down. Only as high as you can keep those hips square towards the front of the room. So just being honest with the range that you have, you'll find better results. You'll find more alignment. You'll find a little deeper core connection. If you stay in the range, that is really your range today. It takes a little bit of humbling sometimes. 3, 2, constantly humbled by the body. And last one, you're going to keep it lifted, kick the leg back, hug core together, lift up and around, making a circle. Again, kick back, up and around, making a circle. Your core and your ribs stay connected so you don't lose that control. You got 5 more. Again, find the range that you don't have to sacrifice form. Good, breathing. 2, juicing up that hip socket. Last one, happy hips, happy life, reverse. Really believe that. The more we can find our mobility in the hips and our stability in the core, the better. Walking is easier, hiking, running, swimming, you name it. 2. Last one. Good. You're going to just bring that leg forward. Give a little tap. Let it go. Good work, you guys. Breathe it out. Really give the tissue some movement with your hand. It's not just relief. Really just open up the blood flow there. Getting into it. Good. And then take a breath. Connect your right ribs. Connect your core. And then bring that left leg up. Hip height. Extend the leg long. Hold it there. Connect your core once again. Flex the foot. Lift straight up and down. Reach out your inner heel. Again, a little internal rotation of that femur is going to give us a deeper drop and glide here at the outer leg. So we're just trying to plug ourselves in a little bit more. Good. 5. Flex the foot, soften the shoulder, keep breathing. Good. 2, and last one, keep the leg lifted if you can, point the toes. Circles the size of a watermelon or a cantaloupe, you choose. Breathing into your length, softening the shoulders, again, making it as big or as small as you need today. 3, reach out the toes, point those toes. 2, that's right. And last one, reverse, long leg, plugged into the body, reverse. So there's this opposition. You're plugging the femur in as you're reaching out the toes. Exactly. So you're getting that length without sacrificing any of your form. 2, and 1, take a breath, flex the foot, widen the sitting bone, pull the knee in like you're sitting in a chair. And then extend the leg long and pull it in as if your belly could pull your knee in from a string. Reach it long. Widening your left butt as you pull the left knee in. You got 4 more. Good work. Finding your length. Never compressing in the lower back to bring the knee in. 2. Good work. Last one. Good. You're going to reach it in, release, give it just a little tap. Let it go. Good. Reaching that arm underneath your ear. Taking a breath here. Ribs are still connected. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach the leg long and hold. Good. Soften the shoulders. Now you're going to lower the leg down, slide the knee on the bottom knee up, and then reach it out and up. And you can bring it a little higher than the height that you started. So find again the range that feels controlled. Lowering down, sliding up, hug belly, reach it out. Good. 6. Finding that outer glute, you're going to feel it. Good. Soften the shoulders, breathe into the length. Don't let the breath be held. Don't let the neck be held or the jaw. Good. Hug belly. Last one, you guys. Beautiful. You're going to keep the leg lifted. Here we go into bigger circles the size of a tire. If you want to bring the hand in front of you for some support, that's also great, or on the hip. Soften the shoulders, connect to your belly, breathe into this length. Really reaching out the leg, nice and long. 2. Last one. Reverse the circle, hug the core together, and then reverse, reach up and around. And this side for me is smaller usually, so just find the range from one side to the other. Again, just noticing. Maybe we're not perfectly symmetrical, it's okay. 2. Last one. Good. Bend the knee, take your hand to the ankle, hug belly to spine. You can either bring your head down or stay lifted. Tuck the tail under so you're opening up through the front of the hip. Breathe here. Stay with the stretch. Pushing the foot into the hand, softening the shoulders. Big stretch for the quad. For 2. Big inhale. Big exhale. 1. Slowly release. Good. Take your time. You're going to extend your bottom leg long. Taking your hand underneath your head if that felt good on the other side. Bend your left knee in front. Hug core together. Flex your right foot. Just going to scoot up a little bit. Flex your right foot so that you feel extension out your inner right heel. Hug belly to spine. Really find the core and then lift the leg up. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Down an inch. Squeeze up. For 10. Soften the shoulders. Breathe into your length. Find the core just a little deeper. Squeeze for 6. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, you got it. Last one, hold it for 10. 9, soften the shoulders, reach out the heel even longer, even more than you thought you could. 3, 2, 1, lower the leg down. Good work. Bend the knee. So coming into your twist, reaching your right arm out, opening your chest to the ceiling, spreading yourself apart. Breathing into this twist. Again, if that felt good on the other side to extend your left leg, you could do that. If it felt like it's too much, don't do it on this side. So extending the foot only if it felt good. Breathing into this stretch, pulling yourself in 2 directions. Looking at the left hand if that felt good for the neck. Letting everything go. 2 more breaths. And 1. Good work. Bend the knee. Coming all the way up onto hands and knees. Take your time getting there. We're going to meet here, spreading the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Hug belly to spine. Find the core connection here. You're going to take an inhale, push into your shins, really important. Extend the right leg back, tuck the toes, find your core, soften the elbows. Reaching out the right toes, lift the leg up, hip height. Send that right hip down a little bit if you feel like you're twisted, and internally rotate that right leg to find your deep glute. There you go. Now you're going to pulse up and down. Now I want you to notice that you're not collapsed in the back. You're gonna really pulse from the bottom of the glute for 10. Soften the elbows. 9. Hug belly. Make sure those hips are square. You can even look down at them. I always have to. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Reach out the leg a little bit longer. Good. And then lower the leg down. Lift and squeeze for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. Good. Nice work. 3, 2. Last one. Hold it there. Reach out the leg just a little longer. Breathe into that stretch, the extension. And then bring the knee down. Child's pose, quickly reaching the butt back, the forehead down. A little rock side to side. Breathe into the glutes, the hips, the shoulders. Coming back up to hands and knees. Knees underneath your hips. Finding the shins just as you did before. Hug belly to spine, soft bend of the elbows. Tuck the left toes under, make sure those hips are still square. Point the left toes, lift the leg up. A little internal rotation, glute is connected. You're just gonna pulse the leg down and up, squeezing. Seeing if you can lift just a little higher without going into your lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, tap, lift, tap, lift. Soft bend of the elbows. You can connect to your core a little deeper. I know you can. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And then bend the knee and find your child's pose last time. Breathing into it. Rocking side to side. Good. One more breath. Beautiful. And then coming up to hands and knees, tucking those toes under and extending your sitting bones up to the ceiling. Hug belly to spine, lift your sitting bones, get that stretch through the arms, and soft bend of the knees so you can lift your sitting bones even higher to the sky. Good. Extend the legs long. Breathe into the long extension of heels to the mat. One more breath here. You guys got it. And then you're gonna walk your feet back 1 more inch. Push into your plank. Hold that. Really reach out the legs. Bring your feet to touch. Soften the elbows. Bend your knees a little bit. Squeeze and extend for 10. This is it. We got it. Find your hamstrings, your inner thighs, your core. Good. 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. Lift your heart. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the legs, squeeze, and lower 1 foot at a time down. Good, you guys. Come to sit however you feel comfortable. Closing the eyes. Take one hand on top of chest, one hand on top of belly. Feeling the hips really warm and active. The core turned on, the shoulders down the back, the head floating. Beautiful alignment. Good work today, you guys, opening the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in another class.